back to Pandemic Pill, Favipiravir for COVID, the podcast diving into the science of Favipiravir role in COVID-19 research. I am Kanak, and each episode we explore a new technical aspect with leading experts. Today, we are on episode 9, that is SARS-CoV-2's resistance to Favipiravir uncovered. We will examine evidence of SARS-CoV-2's developing resistance to favipiravir and what this means for its long-term use in studies. Joining me is Aseema Mishra, a talented microbiology researcher. Welcome, Aseema.
Thanks, Kanak. I'm really excited to explore how SARS-CoV-2 might outsmart Favipiravir and what that tells us about its journey.
Yes, so let's dive in. We are focusing on whether SARS-CoV-2 can resist favipiravir. And can you give us an overview of what studies show about this resistance in COVID-19 research?
Oh, yeah, certainly. So, research indicates that SARS-CoV-2 can develop some level of resistance to favipiravir, though it's not widespread or fully established yet. Favipiravir works by introducing errors into the virus's RNA, but SARS-CoV-2 has interesting mechanisms that can reduce its impact. And in some cases, the virus may also adapt further under the drug pressure. Studies including lab experiments and patient data suggest that this resistance could limit favipiravir's effectiveness over a span of time, raising concerns about its long-term role in the research, especially if it's used extensively.
That's a critical issue. What specific evidence shows that SARS-CoV-2 is developing resistance to favipiravir?
Well, many lab studies have been key in this. For example, in one experiment, researchers grew SARS-CoV-2 in the presence of favipiravir over multiple cycles and found that after about 10 passages, the virus developed mutations in its RNA polymerase chain, reducing favipiravir's ability to inhibit replication by about threefold. And in patients where a study of 50 individuals with prolonged COVID-19 infections was conducted, showed that in two cases, viral samples collected after 10 days of favipiravir treatment had mutations linked to lower drug sensitivity. These findings suggest that resistance can emerge, particularly with extended exposure to the drug.
I think those mutations sounds concerning.
Yeah.
Can you tell us how does SARS-CoV-2's biology contribute to this resistance?
Well, SARS-CoV-2 has a natural advantage with its NSP14 protein, which proofreads RNA and corrects the errors that favipiravir tries to introduce. This already makes the virus less responsive to the drug compared to viruses like influenza. And on top of that, when the virus is exposed to favipiravir for longer periods, it can develop specific mutations in the RNA polymerase that further weaken the drug's effect. These mutations don't completely block favipiravir, but they reduce its potency, which means that higher drug levels would be needed to achieve the same antiviral effect based on the data from lab models.
So the virus is already a tough target.
Yeah.
Are there conditions in studies where resistance is more likely to develop?
I would say yes. Resistance is more likely in specific scenarios, like prolonged treatment beyond 7 days increases the risk, as seen in studies of over 100 patients where those treated for 10 to 14 days showed a higher rate of viral mutations, with almost 5% of cases linked to resistance. And patients with high viral loads or weakened immune systems, like those with immune deficiencies, are also more prone as the virus has more chances to mutate during extended infections. short early treatment courses like the 5 to 7 days typically studied seems to minimize this risk. Seems to minimize this risk with no resistance detected in most cases.
So, timing and patient factors clearly play a role.
Definitely.
How does favipiravir resistance profile compare to other antivirals like Paxlovid or Molnupiravir in COVID-19 research?
Well, I would say it's a mixed picture as of now. Like Paxlovid, which targets the viral protease, faces resistance risk from mutations in the protease gene, observed in about 3% of patients with persistent infections in studies of over 1,000 cases. But these are rare in standard 5-day treatments. And molnupiravir, which causes more RNA errors, has a lower resistance risk because it overwhelms the virus's proofreading, with no confirmed resistance in trials of even 1,400 patients. Favipiravir's resistance is more likely than molnupiravir's, but similar to Paxlovid in prolonged use. Though its weaker effect on SARS-CoV-2 makes resistance more impactful to its overall to its overall efficacy.
Okay, that comparison really highlights the challenges. What are the implications of this resistance for favipiravir's long-term use in research?
Well, the implications are quite significant, I must say. If favipiravir were used widely or for long periods, resistance could become more common, reducing its usefulness in the studies. This has led researchers to prioritize short-term treatment courses in order to limit the mutation risks of the virus, based on data from over 200 patients showing lower resistance with the 5-day regimens. There's also a push to study combination therapies like pairing favipiravir with another antiviral to make it harder for the virus to adapt, as early trials with 50 patients suggest that this could delay the resistance. It's a reminder that resistance is a hurdle for any antiviral in long term research.
That's a forward-thinking approach. Before we wrap up, what's one key takeaway about SARS-CoV-2's resistance to favipiravir that our listeners should hold on to?
Well, the key is that SARS-CoV-2 can develop resistance to favipiravir, especially with prolonged use or in high-risk patients, like we discussed already, mostly due to its proofreading ability and the mutations that it is capable of. This pushes the researchers to use short-term regimens and explore combinations to keep the drug viable in the studies.
That's a crucial insight. Aseema, thank you for shedding light on favipiravir resistance challenges.
My pleasure.
Listeners, join us for episode 10, where we will explore favipiravir role in combination therapies for COVID-19 research. If you are enjoying pandemic pills favipiravir for COVID, please subscribe, rate, and share. I'm Kanak, and we will see you next time.